Hello and welcome in. It's good to see everyone. Glad you could be here tonight for more Sherlock Holmes the Awakened. We've been having fun with this one. We made it through chapters 1 and 2. We've now moved on to chapter 3. And as I promised here in my Twitch title, this is Oops All Watson. As far as I can tell, we have gone off to, I believe, Switzerland, to the Edelweiss Institute to continue our investigation into why there might be Cthulhu's loose in Victorian London. And Watson's gone on his own, and you know he's just going to screw it up. Why would Sherlock ever send Watson to do anything? That's a mistake from the jump. But we'll see. Maybe Watson can actually get his job done. Well, I don't have a lot of hope, especially since I'll be the one steering him around. But happy Friday if you're watching live. Happy whatever day it is if you happen to be watching on YouTube. So glad you could be here with us. Good to see you, Kevin, 6'7". We do need a crossover where Sherlock teams up with Officer Sonny Bonds of the Police Quest series. Who wouldn't want to see that banger of a game, as long as it's written and designed by Jim Walls, because only Jim Walls can capture Sonny Bonds' voice as a law enforcement officer. Green Bean, good to see you. Yeah, be careful with those books with teeth, eyes, all that sort of stuff. Matawi, howdy. You know, speaking of law enforcement officers, here's the most exciting thing that happened to me today. A cop ran me off the road a few hours ago. We have sort of a narrow road that leads to our neighborhood, and it's the kind of road where if two cars are going to pass by each other oncoming, they're going to really need to get out on the edge and kind of ride the shoulder a little bit. And I was driving down there on my way to a softball game, and a cop comes whizzing up the road oncoming, not with his lights on or anything. It didn't seem like he was on his way anywhere too important. And it became like this game of chicken. I got over as far as I could, and he was still driving literally just straight up the middle of the road. And eventually I had to kind of go off in a shallow ditch to avoid a head-on collision with a police car. So, but the good news is it didn't seem to disrupt him at all. He didn't slow down. He didn't come back to check on me or anything. He was fine. That's the most important thing. So there you go. That was my exciting day. Thanks, officer of the law. It's so weird. It's just I was just having that moment. It's well, this police officer isn't actually going to just ram head on into my car, is he? And then it's well, maybe he is. So, all right, we're here at the Edelweiss Institute in Switzerland. A simple case of a missing servant has become a full investigation into mass kidnappings. The trail of dirty summers and the abductees leads to the Black Edelweiss Institute, which specializes in mental illness and addiction. Established by Professor Keeler, now headed by Professor Gygax. I wonder where they came up with that name. So we are Watson in this chapter. Hey, injured ally, good to see you. Whoa, a visitor from space, glowing meteor lands in Arkham. I'm going to choose to treat that not as a Lovecraft reference, but instead as a Maniac Mansion reference. I know that's not what the game wants me to do, but that's what I'm choosing for myself.
Salutations, madam. I am Dr. John Watson. I was wondering if you've got word of my visit.
Yeah, Dr. Watson. We received your letter on the matter. Would it be to see Professor Gygax?
I was okay. It was relatively low speed, the little encounter that I had. So yeah, there wasn't a ton of danger as long as I got out of his way, but I'm glad I did.
At their earliest convenience, yes. I shall try not to take up too much of their valuable time.
Wait here, bitte. Mr. and Mrs. Bronson, your girl has made remarkable progress. See? Take a look for yourself.
My apologies for keeping you waiting, Dr. Watson. Surely you understand how medical work can make one lose track of time.
Do not be sorry, Professor. I too know the importance of closely attending to patients.
This is weird already.
The work hardly stops here, yet the satisfaction of perfecting the mind compels us to persevere.
I take it you welcome many a soul into your establishment?
Admissions, yes. Visitors, though? I am curious as to what brought you to the Schwarzes Edelweiss.
Word of mouth.
My boss said I had to
An
come
article
here.
I read back in London spoke highly of your institution. But rather than taking its word for it, I thought I would see things for myself.
My asylum's reputation precedes it then.
Everyone, your attention, please. Guten Day. Yes, hi. Hello.
Guten Day.
The name's Amos Colby, Northwood Detective Agency, Boston. I got questions that need answers. Who's in charge here?
Oh man, we've got Bostonian
What
Sherlock
seems to be
Holmes.
the matter, Dr. Watson? You can tell me.
By Jove, it cannot be him.
So yeah, I think we found the real Colby, right? That's what led us here. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to speak my truth.
That man, well, the real Amos Colby lies 6 feet under in London.
No. In my line of work, it can't wait. The longer it takes
If
me
you
to
wish
get
to
the
recuperate,
truth, the
Dr.
more
Watson,
lives
you
are
may
placed
avail
in
yourself
harm's
of the
way.
guest room.
But I have so much more to discuss.
Nurse, if you'd be so kind as to escort Dr. Watson to the guest room.
Are we being admitted?
Herr Colby, from Northwood Agency. How unexpected. I am Professor Gygax. I would
It's a
be
pleasure
happy
to meet you.
Answer your questions in the examination room.
Look, Professor, unless you got any clues as to the whereabouts of...
There is no need to be alarmed. No one gets neglected in my care.
Well, if they told me this would have been a creepy asylum, I wouldn't have come.
Now, let's not resort to brute
Are we this
force.
guy
Do
now?
not worry, Herr Colby. My methods are rather more delicate.
Oh, wow. Looks like a mana potion. She's going to inject him with a mana potion.
Search him thoroughly. Then take him to the holding chamber. I need to decide precisely what to do with our guest.
Is that Agent 47 as one of the orderlies? I hope so. That's the crossover we all need. Wow. Here we are. Imprisoned in a prison of the mind.
The unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they collect you off the streets?
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm confused. Is this Sherlock in disguise? Is that what we're dealing with? I mean, here's the great thing about Agent 47, Green Bean. Theoretically, he could be in just about any game. Maybe he's been in a lot of our favorite games over time. Okay. Next one up, 2. Close. Are you soft locked in the asylum? Just keep saying this can't be happening. That's the pro strat. This may be one of my favorite lockpicking interfaces ever.
A truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse.
So yeah, we are Sherlock in disguise. Sherlock in disguise. That's what you are. You're a lemonade pie with a brand new car. Sherlock in disguise. the classic
Any
look at
chemist would
things.
envy the quality of this equipment.
So I thought we were going to be Oops All Watson, and the game lied to me.
The final product, ready to cure madness, or to push one deeper into its grasp.
Okay, what else you got for me? Oh, here we go.
Raw materials used to formulate medicine. With this equipment, they can create any type of medication.
Really, any type? If I need some Sky Rizzy, they can just whip that up?
Very sturdy. I might borrow it.
Oh man, this is Hitman. Nail trimming. Therapeutic fasting. Keep raising dosage until she forgets the child. Y'all, I'm starting to think, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, that this
What was that?
asylum
Is someone there?
is not on the up and up. Just need one more clue. Okay. See, I was all excited. I was curious if Watson was even going to have a mind palace. Like, I figure he doesn't. Watson doesn't seem like he has an internal monologue. Yeah, having his cover blown being part of his plan is deeply confusing to me. Henry Winkler. Lionel Richie.
You there! I command you to free me at once.
I'm not sure that's a great idea at the moment.
How dare you deny me? I must have my revenge against the lickspittles upstairs.
They are a bunch of lick
Luckily
spittles.
for you, I'm here to stop the very same people.
You are?
Indeed. But first, I must discover all I can about this institution. Tell me, have you witnessed the arrival of any foreign patients?
Tell me. The ghoul. The impertinence to bark such orders.
Please, we don't have time for this.
Do you know with whom you speak? I am the great Napoleon.
Oh, wow.
Ah. Napoleon Bonaparte?
The one and only. Emperor of the French, first consul of the Republic, leader of La Grande Armée. Once I am free and have
You have to be
exacted
well
my
over
revenge
100
against
by
the
this
guards who
point.
ridicule me, I shall rest happy in the arms of my beloved Josephine.
Right. Well, I will leave you to your scheming, Emperor.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if this necessarily is exaggerating at all on what asylums and other facilities like this were like in the late 19th century.
My heart is pierced by Cupid. I disdain all glittering gold.
Oh,
There is nothing can console me but my jolly sailor bold.
bye, Felicia. Uh-oh. More lock picking. Two, three, four, I think. See if that works. Ooh, there you go. That's how we do it. You know, I still haven't played Psychonauts Green Bean. That's one I really need to go back and hit. It is a gap in my game catalog.
Cooking grease. Is this the kitchen dumbwaiter?
You're the kitchen dumbwaiter.
This photo was damaged, seemingly by oil. I can make out the names listed here.
Who greased up the dumbwaiter?
Looks like it's still operational.
Well, that's one way we could escape.
Speech and the Cerebellum by S.A. Becker. John Sallow, the Tulpa phenomenon. I'm somewhat of an expert. R.G. Hill, Dr. Connolly. It appears that all the psychiatric classics were banished here.
I just got a achievement for finding a book about tulpas, whatever that is. So it looks like for a minute there I could use my super senses. Maybe not though.
A certificate of appreciation from the municipal councillor to Professor Becker for contributions to the development of medicine in Interlaken.
Aw. Aha, found it.
A simple toolbox, yet capable of repairing anything.
Kind of like the medicine table, capable of making any medicine on Earth. They really have some versatile tools here. What's going on here? Professor Gygax, serious chemical burns. Okay.
Tubes of varying diameters. Interesting.
Varying diameter tubes, eh? It's quite a disguise Holmes has going. Let's see if going to my mind palace and connecting together some of these dots gets me anywhere. I wonder if I have two options here. If I can go up the dumbwaiter or subdue the guard. I'm betting that's what's going on. My old cell. I'll never forget my time spent there. You can now open for supernatural things. So I'm assuming that's the way upstairs, and if I go there, I will be immediately caught. I guess there's only one way to find out. Because that's where I'm wrong. It appears this is very much a place I can come to. Ooh.
This sedative worked faster than I expected. Perhaps I ought to train myself. Build up a tolerance.
Very logical.
I'd rather not sit in this chair ever again. There's the guest room. I wonder if Watson was able to speak to Gygax.
So I guess Watson didn't realize that it was Sherlock? Is that what was going on there? Or did he just drop the ball completely? There we go. Use a handmade blowpipe. Well, there you go. We're going to blow dart this guy. Classic solution. Then again, Holmes messing around with blow darts does feel in character. In fact, I believe That may have been something that happened in the Robert Downey Jr. Holmes game, right?
This should suffice.
Yeah, now it's getting very Hitman. And you know, honestly, the blending of those two, not so bad. I feel like that is already something of like a cousin of these Frogwares games. Hey! Forte, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me get a shout out here. Forte, was it Leisure Suit Larry 3 again tonight? Is that what I saw that you were playing? Welcome in anyway. Either way, whatever it was, howdy. Thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Hope the stream was good times. Hey, Santa Claus, good to see you. Everyone be sure to go follow Forte. Always fun to drop in on during speedrun type activities. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Thanks for coming over. We are playing some Sherlock Holmes the Awakened. We are trapped in an asylum right now, and we're getting ready to use a lead pipe to blowgun somebody. I don't even know how you use an inventory item in this game. Never had to use an inventory item before. Like, did I just start walking into the room?
I'm
They'll
sure
happen?
I heard something.
Here we go. Hey, Forte, thank you so much for the support. Here we go.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oops. Guess I missed. Oopsie. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the resub.
Hey, what are you doing?
Is that some sort of lock-on mechanism? Is that his Holmesian lock-on targeting system? That was very satisfying. Feeling good about it. Boy, how much force would it take to shoot a large syringe? Like, that's the size of the syringes there. It was a syringe that size through a lead pipe, and the syringe had a full draw, I presume, of sedative in it. I feel like that is an intense situation. Oh my gosh.
This should be enough to avoid unwanted attention, at least from a distance.
This is just literally Hitman now, and I'm here for it. Sedative.
This is the same narcotic substance that we found in London.
Yes, it was being used by the Cthulhu cultists.
Manufactured and packaged here.
Cthulhu. Sounds in good hands. Housing of pharmaceuticals in your warehouse is an important part of the process. If you succeed at drawing officials' attention away from this precious cargo, there will be nothing to stop me from returning your son to you safe and sound and free of this unfortunate illness. Wow. That's some subtle hostage taking. Okay. Onward. To victory. 47. Can I find Calendar Man and get like a great Memorial Day quip from him while I'm here? That's usually how these sorts of games work. You just have to find the Calendar Man.
Go away, or I will tear your lips from your skull with my fingernails!
Miss,
I'll gouge your eyes out and cut off your hands, just like you did to Heidi.
I am quite certain
Wow.
you would, but I'm afraid you have me mistaken for someone else. So, I take it your name is Gerda. Who is Heidi?
You talk strange. You're going to Hell's Door, aren't you? To where those other funny talkers finally shut up?
Hell's Door? To what do you refer?
Only Heidi had answers. Go away, pig!
I merely...
I said go, or you will spend your last moments on Earth screaming. This door won't stop me.
I feel like it will. Now we're having fun. Is this where I just came from? I think it is. Okay, you can't go there. Bunch of lab coats. Probably a bad place to be. Can't go there. Okay, that helps. This is where I came from. Okay, we really solved this maze now. Maybe I'm amazed. Laundry. Let's see what's going on here.
The garments of several dozen people at least.
If there's anything to do. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do next. Gerda could know more. I need to pin that. Maybe go back
Garments
to
of
Gerda.
several dozen people at least.
Oh,
So
it's-
you're Heidi.
It's Heidi.
I didn't realize I was on Haunted Doll Watch.
Heidi in closet. Haunted Doll Watch is a segment from the My Brother and Me podcast. I wonder if that was a
Lord,
reference.
how unsettling. The damage seems intentional.
If so, shout out to my fellow West Virginians. If not, shout out to confirmation bias. Oh. Ooh, 6-7. Your game that's coming out also has a haunted doll. Who doesn't love a haunted doll?
This stretcher was disinfected frequently.
Blood hit from above. What else do we have going on?
These are the same crates we found in London. I should take a closer look. Dirt and sweat. They were locked in here for days, judging by the smell. I doubt that one could survive such a journey with this little water.
Okay, but what else do you have?
kidnappers even provided airflow. How generous.
I mean, that's up to code if there's a hole in the coffin. Let me look over there. What else does the game want me to look? Is it creep 'em up? The cursor tries to hint a little bit, but I'm not great at interpreting how the changes in shape correspond to the presence of a clue. So I have one more thing to find here. It really looks like... There, I was going to say, it looks like that medallion has to be it, right?
This is the same design as the one from London.
There we go.
This trip was prolonged and perilous.
Okay. Here we go. Scratches, broken nails.
A bottle this sturdy doesn't break by accident. Substantial blood loss. One poor soul found another way out.
Okay. What are my differences here? Lying down. I don't think I quite know what's going on yet. Let's keep looking.
The stamp on this crate confirms it came from America. That's quite a distance to travel.
New Orleans, you say?
The doors can be opened for deliveries. The doors can be opened for deliveries.
Classic delivery doors, eh? Let's see, where else can I interact? So there's site number 1. Site number 2. Is there maybe something out in the hallway that I missed? Aha. Scribbled in Gregorian. That's unexpected. I think they came in the... Let's see, let's validate. Okay, we got the third one correct. Still wrong. Okay. Okay, we gotta figure out more clues to help with this thing, which means probably more stuff out here in the hallways. Ah, here we go. This definitely has the look of clues. Weak-minded subject, strong build. Ah, young adult Maori. That is the person we're looking for. Ooh.
So this is how they kept the prisoners docile and harmless.
Oh, you're just figuring that out, Sherlock? I mean, I've resisted saying it this long, but, and parents, put your kids to bed. No shit, Sherlock. All right, here we go.
Carriages were back through these doors, and they began to unload their cargo in secret. Next, the crates were opened, freeing their passengers. Not everyone survived the journey. The dirty, exhausted, and dehydrated prisoners were then herded into cells. But all the cells are now empty, and I have not located a morgue. Time to find Hell's Door.
Ah, that's back to Gerda then. I like the reconstructed crime scene bits. And in general, I just like these games. I think that they're really kind of neat. I think they've got a fun take on Sherlock Holmes.
An orthodox reliquary commonly found in Eastern Europe, now in a cell halfway up the Alps.
Interesting. Okay, let's see if we can find Gerda again. I'll just use my well-known and much admired sense of direction and walk right back to her cell.
I will make them pay for
Oh, wow.
what they did to Heidi.
I found Heidi. It's a
I
creepy
believe
doll.
I found your friend.
Heidi! Oh, poor girl. What did they do to you?
Shh. It's all right now. Everything will be all right.
Please, Gerda, now I have found Heidi, I need some help from you in return.
Shh, Heidi. We should thank the man, don't you think?
How did you end up
Yeah.
in Block B?
What are you doing
The
here?
nurses
You
say
seem
I'm
fine.
prone to violent outbursts, but they're wrong. I just do what Heidi tells me.
Have you ever met Professor Becker?
I remember him. He was in charge here before that witch Gygax. But I haven't heard his voice for a long time. Too bad. He was nice.
Professor Gygax seems to
Yeah.
rule this facility with an iron fist.
Yeah, like Danny
Do you
Rand.
know anything about her?
She's sick. She did nasty things to us. Separated me and Heidi just for fun. Before she got here, this place was all right.
Tell me all you know about those funny talking people.
Yeah.
We'd hear their screams. The guards would take them down the corridor behind you and they'd disappear. And the screams would stop.
I shall leave you two to get reacquainted.
Okay. Let's see if we can mind map. Doesn't look like we can. Is it just going to be the passage we were just at? And that door leading outside there? Surely not. That would be a little odd.
The doors can be opened for deliveries.
What I thought. Welded shut. There's the secret passageway. Wonder what I need to do now that I know it's there.
Scratches. Something has been moved through here.
Round and
There
dense,
seems to
smells
be
of
a
machine
locking
oil.
mechanism. The whole thing must be a door.
Oh, now we've got the mind map. It's all over for you. Okay, here we go. Just moving stuff off the board. Okay. Does that do it? Getting closer. Getting warmer. So I think we're missing a clue still. The spooky meatballs. Boy, that really is the vibe, isn't it? The welded shut is still curious to me. So there's something we're missing down here that'll give us a clue to how to open this bad boy up. No hot spots here. I don't think he knew hot spots here. I would have made the pump open it. Lemmy, we are free of the Cthulhu Shadow Realm, but we are now in an asylum. So, I mean, it's a lateral move, I feel like.
Fabric burnt in the furnace.
That's right, it could just be a wash here in the laundry.
A jalabia, a traditional garment from northern Africa.
Okay, does that give me the mind mapping data I need? Come on, spooky meatballs.
I will make them pay.
There we go.
I found Hell's Door, the one that made the foreigners silent, remember? How do I open it? Gerda, please, I cannot get inside. You have to tell me how to open it.
How can you speak to me like nothing's wrong? Can't you hear Heidi crying? Look at her! Look!
Yeah, I mean, it's not great.
Suffering. I can't even hear my thoughts over her screams. Poor Heidi. We will fix you. I promise. We will fix you.
Leave it with me, Gerda.
This is some very good voice acting. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it all day. So it says a crime scene's been found, but where?
You're going to be good as new.
Hey, and Shady, good to see you. Welcome in. We're at the Edelweiss Institute. We're having a good time. Glad you could join us. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm really enjoying this level. I feel like this one is very tightly designed. So nothing new here, maybe? Yes, Dr. Gygax. Old friends now with Dr. Gygax. Two buttons, thread, glue, and nails. Oh, man. Now we're gathering up pieces for a creepy doll. It's a good thing I am doll parts. So I guess I'm just looking for stuff.
A truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse. The unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they collect you off the streets?
So we can find the doll making supplies we need up here.
Locked. I suppose the reception will be guarded anyway. We'll get to the bottom of this gang. Don't you worry.
If you're just joining us, welcome in. Glad you could be here. If you're watching on YouTube, glad you could join me there. If you want to see VODs early on YouTube, you can always join as a codename Ice Fan. Join the channel and get early access to VODs and all kinds of other fun stuff. I don't think I've been in this room at all. Somehow I've missed it. Construction adhesive, or as I like to call it, glue. Rusty nails. No, I've been in here. I take that back. Did I get the nails? I think I did. So we need 2 buttons over here.
R.G. Hill, Dr. Connolly, it appears that all the psychiatric classics were banished here.
Glue, or is
Painting
Google's
in a
at?
mental institution. Vogel would be delighted.
Yeah. Glue, or as Google's AI likes to call it, cheese additive. Man, I've been loving all of these Google AI results. I think my favorite that I've seen so far was a tie. I saw one where Google AI suggested that cooking chicken to 102 degrees made it safe for consumption, which chicken at 102 degrees, yeah, that's like just like chicken on a summer day at some level. That one's pretty good. And I also saw another where Google AI reported that falling from a plane while wearing a parachute is no safer than falling from a plane while wearing a regular backpack, which I thought was pretty amazing too. Parachutes and backpack. I mean, what is a parachute but a backpack, really? Two-pound lasagna has 130 calories. I need to take advantage of that before they change it. It's kind of funny, like, what honeypot trap AI has turned out to be for these tech companies, right? Like, none of them can resist it. And I feel like it could be the downfall of several of them. Now, this is a good point, and Shady, we are assuming that Google's wrong here. It could be that a lot of people haven't tested the backpack theory. I think what's really fascinating to me is that Google in particular,
I can't lose you again.
launched all this clearly before it was ready for prime time. Like, I'm not convinced that this couldn't be made to work well enough to be fine. Like, here we go. Like, I don't know if it would ever be the greatest thing ever, AI search results, but probably they could have been made better in just a matter of a few months. Why launch it now, go viral for looking kind of dumb, and probably really undermine any sort of future AI work your company does? I mean, I guess it's always like who's first to market rather than like who actually gets a working product, but it seems like such an unforced error.
Will this help fix your friend?
Give it to me.
How is she feeling?
Everything will be all right, Heidi.
Uh-oh.
Everything.
Goethe,
Buckle
I have
up.
a couple of questions.
Yes, I...
Dirty little mouth, Gerda. You've said enough already. She won't speak no more. Now it's only Heidi. You helped me, and I didn't cut out your eyes. So we're even. Now go!
Confront or leave. Oh, man. Yeah, now we're gaming. Oh, wow. Confront or... I mean, I'm not going to let that little brat just tell me off like that. Come on.
Heidi, there are things I need some clarity on.
Ask if you dare, but if I get bored, there will be consequences.
Let me present you with some evidence, Heidi.
You bore us. Look, Gerda, the man is insane. The professor would treat him like she treated us.
Heidi.
Ask.
Okay.
You bore. Look.
Okay.
Ask. You.
Heidi.
Ask. You. Ask. You.
Heidi.
Ask if you.
Oh, remember the question. What should Heidi talk about? There we go. Wait.
Heidi. I found
Okay.
Hell's Door, but it's locked.
That was the first one.
Is there a way to get
Thank
in?
you, and Shady.
Hell's Door? Never heard of it.
I feel like you have. Did Gerda mention the door before? Yes, absolutely.
That's not true. You, Gerda, told me that Hell's Door makes people silent forever.
And you believe that snotty little girl? I'll personally ensure that she never dares to speak again.
This is so good. Why does Heidi keep everything a secret?
Professor Gygax hurt you repeatedly, scarred your body and mind. You are not protecting Hell's Door. You are simply afraid of the consequences were I to enter.
I could tap your teeth out with a hammer until you choked on the blood and bits.
You could. But then you would live the rest of your life in fear of Professor Gygax. I can make that feeling go away.
How?
I can stop her. But the key, Heidi, the key to Hell's Door is critical to stopping Professor Gygax. And I think you know where it is.
Tell him!
But you said
And now I say tell him!
the professor. She has a special key. Keeps it close and only brings it down when new people go through. Behind those closed doors, those people start to sing. Oh, they sing in so much pain.
Hope it's time for the dumbwaiter.
Of course. Thank you, Gerda. Heidi. I must leave.
Leave? You joke. Nobody leaves the Edelweiss. Now you will be with us forever!
That was really good. What a fun game. Sherlock Holmes and horror mix well. There we go. Watson could find it and send it downstairs. It's Watson in time. How to get Watson for help. We're getting it. I wonder what I'm missing at this stage. You can't change clothes here. Yeah, I don't think I have what I need quite yet. the way upstairs. I remember that because there are stairs there. Maybe the key's Napoleon. I'm really struggling to remember where the dumbwaiter is. I wanted to think it was in the area we originally started out in, which is here. Ooh. Yeah, I would be happy to get a little steering here in Shady if there's something I've overlooked. Oh, there we go. I wouldn't mind a little nudge in the right direction here at all.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think McFly, think.
I always like to think McFly. I think, hey, Nick, good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good evening. You're here just in time for us being stuck in a ding-dang mental asylum. Head upstairs and look around.
Darn.
Oh, here
no
we
way
go.
I can get past him without being noticed.
How's it going, Nick? How are you doing this evening? Oh man, thank you, In Shady. I feel like I would not have gotten that. Not in the middle asylum, so fair to Midland. Now I get that. You don't have to be crazy to stream here, but it helps. Yes. Yeah, you gotta get all the I'm not locked in here with you. All that sort of good stuff. Okay, let's see here. Alright, the patient who claims to be Napoleon Bonaparte could be the key to blowing this whole thing open. That's Felicia Hung. And they was right. Let's see. Hey, Napoleon. Oh, check it out, check it out, check it out. We got that good lock picking. Ooh, went up one too many. That's gonna be down one, up 2. Up 3, up 2, up 4. Oh no! Did that do what I needed to? No. Down 2, up 4. Dang it. Let's see what this does. Okay, down 1 more on the next to last. This is such a good lock-picking minigame. I love it. Pick every lock. That's all the locks left in the game? Oh, wait. That's upsetting. Let's get a save here. All right, here goes nothing.
At last, you came to your senses.
My humble apologies, Emperor.
Spare me your groveling, Englishman.
Of course.
Yeah, it is a really well-designed lock-picking
lock-picking
puzzle, right?
Is of the essence. The royalists have risen again, and your darling Josephine needs you. Paris needs you.
This is so good.
But the guards upstairs in reception stand in your way.
Ha! They will pose no problem for the likes of me. Merci, Englishman. When I return to Les Tuileries, I shall make you a general.
Oh, you are too kind, Emperor. Now go. Your freedom awaits.
I am coming, Josephine.
Psst. Watson. Over here.
Holmes, what are you doing here, and where did you get that outfit?
It is unimportant.
Wait, so
require
Watson
your
didn't
assistance.
realize that was Holmes earlier.
What is happening, Holmes? I need an explanation.
It's quite simple. I created a distraction so that I could tell you something important, and in turn, I need you to acquire something important for me.
How can you call any of this charade simple?
Yes,
Watson,
great
we can
question.
discuss this later. Time is of the utmost importance. The kidnapped people may still be here. This is what I know so far.
What? You really found all this on
It's
your
not
own?
kidnapping when you're an
Focus,
adult. It's an
Watson.
abduction.
I need you to find a key. It will be most unique. All the details are in my notes. Logic dictates that Gygax will keep it near her. Once acquired, you must get it to me. Perhaps the kitchen dumbwaiter could be of use.
Holmes, I can't do this. I'm no spy.
Are you a
Yes, you
tailor,
can,
a
Watson.
tinker?
You are unfailingly dependable.
Dr. Watson, visitors are not permitted back here.
Sorry,
I'm
Agent
terribly sorry,
47.
Mr. Kuntz. After the war, my nerves, I fled all that commotion.
It is nothing. A patient attempted to escape. He will not get far. Now, if you would like to follow me.
Mama told me not to. I did anyway, misbehaving. Let's see how we get to here.
Blood in the water. Someone must have washed their hands here recently.
Ooh, Lady Macbeth.
What have we got ourselves into, Holmes?
Oh, look, Watson can do Holmesy
Did a
stuff.
child make these?
Wow, Duncan. Duncan hard. Thank you, Nick.
Perhaps I should take this. For all I hope it won't be needed.
That's right. It's a really deep pull from Shakespeare to reference Lady Macbeth's dirty, bloody hands. Only true Shakespeare heads have heard of that one as the deepest of references.
Blood in the water. Someone must have washed their hands here recently.
You better look out for sharks. Yeah, I like that Watson does not have a mind map. Nor should he.
Ah, Dr. Watson. Just the man I wanted to see.
Professor, I'm surprised you're not trying to catch that escapee.
Please, my time is far too valuable. I hope Nurse Kuntz has been taking good care of you.
He has certainly kept me out of trouble.
Professor, it is time for your appointment with your next patient, Mr. Wolf.
Herr Wolf can wait until tomorrow.
Herr
I wish to
Wolf.
speak with Dr. Watson.
As you wish.
You
Thank you,
still
Nick.
see patients yourself, even as the director of this entire facility?
Only the important ones. And yet I rarely get to pick the brain of a man like yourself. I think it is time we got to know each other. No?
I'm afraid there's not much to know. I'm just an average chap living a rather prosaic life these days.
Living a rather
Dr.
psoriatric
Watson,
life
those of
these
us who
days.
pursue knowledge are anything but average. Now, who are you?
Herr Wolf, definitely a Gabriel Knight reference. That's the only explanation. I am a doctor.
I'm a physician in search of a stimulating career. I have patients, yes, but admittedly, I'm more interested in the cutting edge of medical research. So when I read about the Black Edelweiss and your work on the healing of minds, I simply had to learn more.
I suppose my Edelweiss was always destined to attract other curious minds.
But before we continue, I want you to understand one thing. A broken mind can never be truly healed.
Ah, I see. So, what exactly do you do here?
It is simple. If you cannot fix a person's nature, you must force them to forget it.
Surely there are other methods of treatment.
Nope, that's the
How
only one.
naive. You remind me of a man I once knew, Professor Becker. But we do not speak of him anymore.
A colleague?
The former director here. One day he realized that Edelweiss had outgrown him and had to leave his house. Do you grow weary of me already, Doctor?
I was simply admiring your office, Professor. Apologies.
While I am pleased you appreciate its practicality and appearance, we were discussing bigger things.
Herr Jones.
Was my conversation boring you?
No, not at all. I merely...
No, I understand full well. You're not seeking conversation.
What do you mean?
It is obvious. Your mind craves truth, but not in this form. You must witness a practical demonstration if you are to learn.
I would like to see
I'm
this Edelweiss
certainly
method.
intrigued. Would that be possible?
Of course. I propose a journey between the jury of the human brain.
Okay.
You will not leave without being truly enlightened.
Take me to the jury.
Holmes, take Dr. Watson back to the courtyard. Then tell the nurses to prepare the operation room and the girl with the doll.
Yes, Professor.
Our preparations will
Thanks,
take a little
Lex.
time. I will come for you soon, Doctor.
Let's go talk to Dr. Silva.
I hope everything is to your liking, Dr. Watson.
Let's let myself in. Why don't you just tell me how to get the key? All right, here we go.
Did you hear that a patient escaped? All the guards rushed off to find him.
Looks dusty but functional.
That's what people say about me.
Oh, we never use that. I think he connects somewhere downstairs. I suppose it will be one less ungrateful mouth to feed if he dies out there.
Dusty but functional. Old Dusty Bottoms.
I don't want to card block B tonight.
Did you see my son? He's such a sweet boy.
No.
I want them to fly.
Too
Miss?
bad my parents had to leave so soon. I haven't seen them for months.
A visitor? No, you shouldn't have come here.
Give it to me. No, I don't want to. Why not?
Minor birds, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful creatures. Sad that they're caged here.
I wish I knew why they sing, though. Yeah, it's a good point, Nick. In this setting, they seem anything but odd. Back in our room, we've done it. We found our way back to our room in case we need to revisit it. The bell. Wolf will be transferred to patient room 2 on the ground floor. Doing some lobotomies around
That's
here.
a lot of records.
The old Crayola oblongata.
Photograph seems recent. A commemorative photo album. Been a while since I've been in one of these.
I love that their creepy asylum has a yearbook. Oh, now we've got a mind map. I don't believe for a minute that Watson can go to his mind palace. Spooky meatballs. Spooky falafel, this is a good point. I mean, I'm not going to joke with you here for a moment. I could demolish some falafel right now. That now sounds like the greatest thing I can imagine. Ah, 6-7. I like that. I wonder if we are all stuck up. Why does Gygax care about Wolf? Oh man. Here we go. You know, I think it's just you're making connections between all the pieces of evidence that you found. I think it's as simple as that. But I end up doing it largely by just clicking everything on everything. I don't do this the smart way. I think you're eliminating pieces of evidence and connecting other pieces together until eventually you have some sort of breakthrough. I never really got good at it back in the Chapter 1 game. Yeah, I mean, really, when you've considered all possible solutions, the only remaining option must be whatever the correct one. However that all goes. What is that but brute forcing a puzzle?
I hope you're finding your room comfortable, Dr. Watson.
What is brute forcing a puzzle except a detective persevering? pretty confident I finished out that room. So there must be some pieces of evidence still that we need to discover to finish out all of our deductions. Was this our room? Yes. Please tortured WandaVision paraphrase I've heard this month. I mean, they're all a little tortured. You're right.
We rarely have visitors here. I wonder how Edelweiss compares to your clinics in England. Feel free to explore the courtyard, Dr. Watson. I'm sure it will enlighten you.
Nothing else of interest in the kitchen, I presume. What's going on here?
You are Mr. Wolf.
Oh, here we go.
Am I right?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
My name is Dr. John Watson. I wanted to talk with you, if you didn't mind.
Ah, Doctor. I don't suppose you could help. I seem to have forgotten where I am.
We're in the Black Edelweiss, Mr. Wolf. It's an asylum in Switzerland, and you are one of its most important patients.
Oh, I'm flattered.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Werewolf?
Sorry, I can't remember anything.
It's all right. You don't need to push. Try to relax. Let the thoughts come and go. Now, what comes to mind? Mr. Wolf?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
Oh, there we go.
We just went over this.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've met.
Thank you for that sticker,
We were
Nick.
just discussing this facility, the Black Edelweiss Asylum, and why you are here.
That name does sound familiar.
Holmes, the things I do for you.
Excuse me, who are you? And who's this Holmes fellow?
I am Dr. Watson, and Holmes is, well, you could call him my imaginary friend. That's just a little joke, don't mind me.
But why am I
Just a
here,
little
Doctor?
asylum
I'm
humor
sick.
there.
I'm sure I can take a look.
You know, Nick, I don't know if you've been here for any of the previous streams of this one, but we literally are like dealing with Cthulhu cultists in it. This is all a Sherlock Holmes versus Cthulhu mystery. So absolutely the H.P. Lovecraft references are here. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, we found a like coven of Cthulhu cultists under London who are kidnapping people. It's been a cool case so far. So yeah, anything that feels like a Lovecraft reference is absolutely not an accident. Facial palsy. It's a really good game so far. I've really enjoyed it. It has the same juice that Chapter 1 had when we played that last year. Possible abuse of medicine. I actually picked up on sale recently the Call of Cthulhu video game. The relatively recent one. I don't know if that'd be something I'd ever want to stream, but it looks like fun. Ill due to treatment itself. Ill and treatment isn't working. I'm gonna say this is my portrait.
Dear Lord, what did Gygax do to you?
Excuse me? Who are you?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, the ambition in these games, I think, is the best part. Like you say, I think sometimes they get in their own way a little bit, but it's worth it for the fun characterization. I think that they're pretty clever. I've enjoyed the story so far. I think they really work well as modern adventure games. You know, there's so many takes on like what a adventure game should be here in the 2020s, and I think that this is a very, like, I think, interesting iteration on adventure game mechanics, and I think fitting it to Sherlock Holmes makes a lot of sense. This is a very different detective vibe than Duck Detective. Duck Detective looks adorable. Okay, let's see now that we have his testimony.
Excuse me, who are you?
If we can complete any of our mental maps. I think that'll do it. There we go. Wolf is the former director of Black Edelweiss. Yeah, we saw him in the photos. It makes sense. It just works. Guess we'll have a poetry reading. That's the solution. We finally figured it out. Yeah. Yeah, Duck Detective looks wonderful. All right, look at us solving these puzzles.
Different. Hello again. You won't remember me, but we've met before.
I love
I'm
Watson.
Dr. John Watson, and you are Professor Becker. You were the previous director of this facility, the Black Edelweiss.
Professor, really? Actually, that name does sound familiar. Wait. Let me write it down. I try to recall memories through writing, but they always feel just out of reach.
As a matter of fact, I have more for you to jot down.
Oh, yes. Yes, please, anything.
Professor Gygax did this to you. She made you forget everything, even who you are. But we will play a trick on her. We will write a letter so that she learns her lesson. Put down what I dictate.
Gygax is cruel.
Dear Professor Gygax, your vile work has ruined countless lives through needless suffering. Your methods serve nothing but to show your own sick emotional state.
Moment here. There we go.
You are not, as you so claimed, the future of the Edelweiss, and you never were. And by the time you make it to my cell, the police will already know the truth of how you came to be director of this asylum. Signed, Professor Becker.
This is really good.
There. It's done. Now, hold on a minute. Who are you?
My name is John Watson. I'm a doctor from London, a veteran of Afghanistan, and I wish to be a writer, though deep down I fear I lack the talent. And presently I'm risking my life to help my brilliant detective flatmate in the pursuit of a cult of kidnappers, even as I fear it may destroy him. I'm tired and hungry, and I have not had a good bath in weeks, and yet despite it all, I feel alive.
Oh, that's great.
Good heavens, sir. You're as mad as they come.
That's really good. I love that. What a great bit of characterization for Watson.
This area is off limits. A patient has escaped.
Yeah, no, that's definitely A+ writing. That is very good. It was funny. It added texture to this character. All around good stuff.
One of the patients asked me to deliver this note. It's for Professor Gygax.
Thank you, Doctor. Leave it with me.
No, that was fantastic. It was very good.
Unbelievable. Kunz, with me.
Let's see, what am I doing now? I'm going in her office. That was the whole point of this whole thing. You know you've been working on a puzzle too long when you've forgotten what the puzzle was. Ooh, truly, this is the cup of a carpenter.
Nothing special about this.
That's kind of fun. We don't get many red herring things you can pick up and examine. Man, I wish I had 6 cool things about my desk. Letter from New Orleans Bank. Rare gems on behalf of our mutual acquaintance. Sold to Louisiana Jewelers. 12,550 Swiss francs. That could be a lot for all I know. 12,000 of anything seems like a lot. Cool stamp.
An Edelweiss relief about 2 inches in diameter. This must be what Holmes was after.
Sweet. Hand's a little weird. Ooh, a diary. I love when bad guys keep a diary. 3 months. I'm the only professor here. Oh, I wish I had a workplace like that. First payment. First shipment of chosen ones has arrived. 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, there's one more thing on this ding-dang desk. Dear Diary, today I was super evil. Dear Diary, my entire life it's all been about lobotomy, but now it's about lobotomy, finally. Thank you, Nick. I basically repurposed a much better joke from The Simpsons where Homer reminds Marge that it's uterus, not uter-you.
Close, but I don't think this is the key. This is too small to be what Holmes asked for.
Whoa! Got the old up nose shot. Let's get saved going here. We've made a lot of progress. I'd hate to lose it as I hear some rumblings of thunder in the background. Anything else in this room before we vacate it? You know, we're drawing very close now. I'm only like 30 days out from my exciting journey to southern Germany as I take the Gabriel Knight 2 tour of Bavaria. I'm very, very excited for that. Hey, Speedy De Palma, welcome in. Here we go. We've done it. We've gotten Holmes exactly what he needs. That was a nice shot. That's really good. Where did Holmes go? Man with purpose. I will be taking a break soon as I travel to Europe for a couple of weeks. Or like smart waiter. Yes. That's still a month away. We're good. We've got a month of exciting game content. I was just saying earlier today on the Discord. And y'all, if you aren't a member of the Discord already, let me shout out the Discord here. Great place to hang out with fellow game folks talking about whatevs. Be sure to drop in there. Also, be sure to follow me on YouTube if you aren't already while I plug things. But I was just saying over there, I'm of half a mind to maybe try streaming King's Quest Mask of Eternity soon.
I can't exit the same way.
So that could be a horrible idea that awaits us all. Ooh. Broken tooth, light-colored enamel.
Tooth of an adult male, likely lost in a beating. Only a couple of days old.
Thanks, Green Bean. I've never been to Germany before. It's actually been ages since I've been to Europe. I taught a semester in Italy back in grad school. I went there to teach European politics, which honestly at the time I very much was not qualified to be doing. But it was a semester in Italy, and you know, you can, as long as you stay a chapter or so ahead of the students, that's all you need to know about European politics, probably. I don't know if I ever told this great part of the Italy stories, but like every time I've told a story about the semester that my wife and I were in Italy together, what you have to understand is that in all of those...
The inside of the cuff is worn. It's been used often.
Oh, man. What you have to realize in all those stories is that in every single one of them, we were wearing like 6 layers of clothes. We did not pack for the weather, and were there during the spring semester when it was very cold in Verona, Italy. It turns out Verona is basically, you know, at the same latitude, I think it's latitude, as like New York. So it gets kind of cold like in February. So in every one of those stories, we're wearing like 6 layers of clothes. Like I spent most of my time in Italy with my pajamas on, clothes over that, another layer of clothes over that, and then a light jacket. So yeah, we were just heavily dressed for everything. Like I went to Carnival in Venice wearing like 9 layers of clothes.
A wax
because it was so cold and I was so not ready. I looked like that.
The writing is mostly gone. Phonetic symbols, perhaps.
I looked like one of those like old meme viral video type things where the person's like wearing 400 shirts at once. Okay, so is that the only... This isn't a snap to, snap back, I guess? No, it's just that's what happened. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's the way I came in. Oh no, there you have it. Yeah, you know, normally I'm pretty tough when it comes to cold. Like, I hate being hot more than anything on earth. Like, I am just useless once I get hot. I run hot already, but it seemed like the wind was just so ding dang cold, and we walked everywhere. Like every day in Verona, we probably walked like 6 or 7 miles around the city to do everything, like get our groceries, to see the sights, to go out and get gelato, which, you know, it's not like we can cut out our daily gelato trip. So we were just outside, and it was so windy. Can only get so naked. I've said that exact phrase so many times in my life. Trust my God, the lie of the abyss, for he shall enlighten our chosen ones. Great. I'm in New Orleans. We'll contact you. I wonder if we're going to get to go to New Orleans. I hope we get to go to New Orleans. Moving from these locales makes this seem even more like a Hitman game, and I'm here for it. The bank has the gems. Okay. Let's look at this hideous head. What can you tell me about voodoo? Oh, I bet that key is important. There we go. Shiny key. New methods started to show progress. Success rate is 4 out of 10. That's not bad. That's as good as a Tesla neural implant.
Looks as if it's been recently used.
Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu, Rillier Wagnana Galpatagan. Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu, Rillier Wagana Galpatagan. Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu, Rillier Waglana Galpatagan. Ringlui Maglana Parkatulu.
Look, we all love the Swedish Chef, but it's really weird to put a Swedish Chef Easter egg in this game. I don't get it.
Dynamo machine. Provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair.
Dynamo machine. What a funny euphemism for an electric chair.
Full grain leather straps. Impossible to escape.
Unless you're great at escaping.
A very professional brain dissection.
Yeah. This is fine. Oh no. I know the looks of an underground Cthulhu room if I've ever seen it. Okay, let's see here. We got our mind map. Do we have a mind map right now? We don't really. I'm keeping calling it the mind map. I guess it's the mind palace, isn't it? Here we are.
Get out of my head!
Your mind festers devoid of soul. Find reverence for the one that trembles.
Great Lord!
I like these effects.
Surrender your soul and become a servant of
Okay, sure.
Please! No more! Stop it! Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken! And let the
world behold!
You're fine. You're
The
fine.
light of the abyss is the light from the abyss. Get out of my head.
We've all been there. Cthulhu? Cthulhu. Can't Cthulhu. Sweet.
A hydraulic elevator? How ingenious. Watson?
Holmes,
What are you still doing here?
still? I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Wow.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm fine, Watson.
It's
hard to
definitely a
find.
Lovecraft
You reek of
thing, yeah.
congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Laissez le bon temps brûler. Could Heidi be a clue?
Heidi, how did it end up here?
Well, I mean, how do you think, Ding Dong? Appears to be dead.
The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death.
Oh, now this is interesting. Hydraulic elevators, if they break, they only fall as fast as the fluid in the piston is leaking out. You know what they say about the elevator business? It has its ups and downs, and it really can push your buttons.
No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat. The patients here wear the same
Thanks,
robes.
Nick.
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
New Orleans. You ding dong. They've told us like 9 times it's New Orleans. Where does the evidence lead next? Letter from a New Orleans bank. A telegram from New Orleans. Look at that. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
We've got what we needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
Sweet. That was a really good chapter. I liked that one a lot. That's been the highlight so far for me for the game. And I'm very excited to go to New Orleans.
There's nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason.
Hey, bro.
Nothing
Nice horse.
in this world.
Thank you, Nick.
Holmes?
Hey, Daddy.
You seem troubled.
I'm not troubled, Watson. I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numb beyond recognition, powerless to help themselves. When a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman did not deserve the title. Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother.
Oh, yeah.
And killed her, depending on who you ask.
My sincere condolences.
I remember that.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked. Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further.
That was a J-O-N
We can
rather
return
than
to
J-O-H-N.
Report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take
Referring to his imaginary
Alas, there
friend
are
in the
no
last
such
game.
hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our stead.
We know nothing of what awaits. What dangers lurk in the darkness?
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we seek. Those answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
So be it.
I know you to be a diligent author, but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
Thank you, John.
It was great. Good stuff. We'll get through this cutscene and then we will call it a night. Sherlock is afraid of water. If he falls in, he will black out. FYI, if he falls in water, bam. Synapses, shut down, brain goes offline. He's scared to death of water. Ooh, a saloon, the Nymph of Louisiana. Chapter 4, The Outsiders. Well, Holmes in America is fun. Did Holmes ever go to America in any of the official Holmesian stuff?
Holmes, after our trip to Nippy, Switzerland, I can certainly use some of this new world.
Nippy Switzy.
Do not get carried away, Watson. What we could certainly use are answers to my questions.
I know, but you look exhausted. Why didn't we find the hotel first?
We shall rest when our investigation is over, and not a moment sooner. I shall ask you to handle our bags while I search for the bank.
Wow.
As you wish. Oi! Stop it, you! Our luggage! Good Lord, what have you done? That's my stuff.
That's my stuff. Come on. Dude, that's my stuff. How very dare you? What sort of cool outfits do we have now? You can't change clothes
sorry,
here.
Mister. It was an accident.
We're wearing a riverboat gambler outfit already. Why would I change clothes? Oh, that's very good. Oh, yeah. Riverboat gambler time. There it is. All right. I can't start getting into... Your clothes are in the water. I mean, this is a really good point. I did just see this. That's a great stopping point for us, though. What fun. I had a blast with this one tonight. Thank y'all for joining me. I think I'll be back with more of this game either Sunday night or Monday night. I'm not sure which, but I'm going to play it again pretty soon here. We'll jump back in and see what kind of trouble we get into. Probably Sunday night, I feel like. So thank you for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. This is a good time for me. I hope you enjoyed it too. Let's get a raid going before we call it a night. Let's head over and say hey to Cobra Commanda. Cobra Commanda tonight is playing... Oh, goodness. She is playing The Longest Journey, a classic point-and-click adventure game that who doesn't want to drop in on that. So thanks again for hanging out, y'all. Thanks for joining me for all the fun of Sherlock Holmes the Awakened. And I'll start that raid and see you on the other side. So everybody, take care and have a great weekend.